All righty, guys. So thanks everyone for joining our video. I have the amazing Brenda Taylor that I'm interviewing today. She has a very exciting bio that I cannot wait to read to you all. So she was born and raised in Acapulco, Mexico, but she got here as quick as she could to Texas. She came to North Dallas in 1996, and she married her best friend, Mark. She initially worked as a technical recruiter for the semiconductor industry when she obtained her real estate license in 1999. Brenda worked in different aspects of real estate. She started with vacation ownership sales, apartment locating, and then residential sales. Brenda is currently a real estate professional with Remax Advantage, based locally in Louisville, and she actually has both a global and local business clientele. So that's pretty amazing. I don't think I have ever seen a list of so many designations and certifications and recognitions. I mean, Brenda, do you sleep? Like, you just are a wealth of knowledge. So some of her designations and certifications include CIPS, Certified International Property Specialist, AHWD, At Home with Diversity Certified, GMA Global Marketing Agent, ePro Certified, and a TRLP Texas Realtor Leadership Program graduate. She has been endorsed by the National Association of Realtors with C2EX Commitment to Excellence, a recipient of the 2016 GLA Realtor of the Year Award, 2018 recipient of NAR Own It coin for commitment to the realtor profession and leadership, and she's actively involved at both the local, state, and national level. Some of her local involvement just includes Board of Directors 2020 GLAR President-elect, 2016 to 2018 International Committee Chair, 2019 Budget and Finance Chair, TREPAC and Governmental Affairs Committee, Community Services by the Laws of Committee. Her state involvement is 2020 Global Vice Chair, 2019 Global Liaison, and 2016 to 2020 TREPAC Trustee and Region Director. Her national involvement is for this year is with the Global Business and Alliance Committee. Oh my gosh, Brenda, how do you do it all?
Oh, believe me, I know so many realtors that do so much more and they give so much more service, you know. So I just follow the footsteps of people that I admire.
That's awesome. Well, I admire you. So we are very lucky to have you here. And I've got a few list of questions for you. So we'll just jump right in. How is real estate going to play an integral role in the comeback right now with our economy?
If you really think about it, Gina, real estate, every home that is sold moves our economy, because all the trades that are involved in every transaction, you know, a house is being built and then you need electricians, you need plumbers, you need cabinet people, roofers. There's so many trades that cannot be stopped. Stopping that will be stopping the entire economy. And that's why we do so good in Texas, because our real estate industry has been very strong for many years. So, you know, I think the comeback of the economy is going to be a lot of the help of the real estate industry. And we really have not stopped. We have continued to work. And that actually has been a lot to thank to Texas realtors in their advocacy efforts, their relationships with our elected officials that had helped us deem real estate essential. And not only deem real estate essential, but also, you know, the new reform, the new federal laws making independent contractors eligible for unemployment and small business loans, that is going to really come back and inject the economy again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then how have you, as a realtor, and also seen realtors get involved with their community during this pandemic? Have a little bit of that?
Um, that's what I was talking about. You know, even during quarantine, Texas Realtor has not stopped working. In the relationships that we have created through the years, and when I say we, I'm talking about Texas Realtors as a whole, doesn't happen in one day. You know, there have been years and years of grassroots efforts. Uh, you know, visiting our um, city councils, mayors, state representatives, senators, congressmen, commissioners, even the governor office. And when I talk about relationships, I'm talking about, being there at city halls, visiting the state capitol, going to DC, and really to urge legislators to pass or to defeat bills that affect real estate. So those efforts doesn't stop just because we are, shelter in place, because we have Zoom meetings, we can connect, and, technology actually help us to just keep those efforts going.
Oh, absolutely. No, and it provided a source of income for so many still during this very challenging time. So,
Yeah.
and then why, we've already covered this, but so real estate was deemed an essential service during this time, which was just critical, I really, for the state of Texas too. And so why, could you just expand a little bit more on that? Just not so much in general why real estate is just not only important in this time, but for the most part, why it's such a critical part of our economy and what makes real estate so special in the US, and even being as involved as you are on the global level with this. What is the role real estate really plays in the US and also throughout the world right now?
We are, to start with, we are very lucky that we're in Texas.
Yeah.
Because not every state, real estate was essential. And I've been on Zoom meetings with people, global people, in other countries, and even here in other states in our country. And they just have not been able to work because they are prohibited to work. So we are lucky. We're lucky that we are here. Um, and I can't stop saying, how much I admire all the efforts that are going on in Austin to help us keep moving. And I think our elected officials see the importance of our economy. Yes, we do have to take measures. We have to be very, very careful when we go out and show, when we are exposing our clients, because I turn around and I go from one client to the other, and I have to protect them.
Right.
I have to protect myself because I come home to my husband, I go to another client. So yes, we do have to be very careful that we need to keep on moving, because I don't think, and this is just my opinion, I don't think this health emergency is over,
Right.
and we don't know how long it's going to be over, or how long we're going to have it. So we need to continue to be safe, but to move on with our work,
Right.
with selling. One of the things that I said when people ask me, how do you think realtors can help the economy? And my answer is, go and help buyers and sellers complete the real estate transaction. That's what we can do. That's the best we can do.
And Trinity Title Frisco is happy to help close that transaction. To see,
Yes.
real estate just keeps everyone moving. and
Exactly.
I think especially home is where the heart is. And I think hopefully in this, pandemic and what we've gone through is just to really value where we live, and to see the fortunate role that everyone plays in real estate, that everyone, contributes to someone's home, in a way, which is really neat neat to see.
And to keep educated,
Yes,
not only to educate our clients on real estate, but also to educate us in sustainable homeownership.
yes.
That's
Is it,
important.
is there anything you'd like to talk about? Especially for a younger audience that may even be listening to this, because it does feel like the value of owning a home, it's not as impressed upon as the younger generation as it should be. And what are also some things that we can kind of help bring up youth to really gain in that mindset the value of it? But also, are there any things that we could currently be doing or talking to our city council members that is going to really help homeowners and the next generation of homeowners? Is there anything, maybe you could speak about tree pack or anything you've seen?
Yeah, I think this pandemic is going to change it. I'm sure it have changed all of us.
Yes.
And one of the things that I was a little concerned, it was our youth, that they were not considering homeownership essential to themselves, because they're movable. They like to rent because they can just pack and move somewhere else. But I think after being placed in, being sheltered in place for so long, it had changed a lot of the mentality and a lot of the perspective. We consider, I get home and I feel safe. I'm in my shelter. I'm okay here. And it's funny that I'm talking to my friends and said, I never realized my living room was so small. I need a bigger one. Or people say, I love the outdoors so much, and I live in this tiny condo in downtown, and I don't have the outdoors. I mean, 1 month inside, So I think that the mentality of owning a home is going to change with our young professionals, and with our young homeowners. So I think it's a good thing. Out of all these bad situations that we have to go through, it's a learning process,
I
and
agree.
even for ourselves.
Totally. I think there's, I not to undermine anything, because this has been a very hard time for, I
Oh,
think,
absolutely.
just anyone, wherever someone is in their walk of life. But the silver lining, and there are some very good things and exciting things coming out of this.
Yes.
We're all gonna pull through. And I do agree with you. I think that this is gonna open the eyes to many just on the value of owning a home and making also a house a home. So
Exactly.
that's what's
Exactly.
so great about it. And then, are there any current issues homeowners should be made aware about right now? And if so, is there anything that they should either be made aware about,
Yeah,
or
I
something
think
that,
one thing that is right now in people's mind is their tax bill, property taxes. And you recently have Representative Jared Patterson from House District 106. You have him interviewed, and I saw one of his posts on Facebook that was actually very good, because he explained very easily, how tax bill work. Why people keep saying, my taxes keep going up, and then he said, let's just not concentrate on devaluating your home, because that's the easy way to bring your taxes down, probably, and that's what we have done for many years. But instead, also, Trey Bates, the VP of Governmental Affairs at Texas Realtors, touched on this subject, and he said, instead of trying to devaluate our home to pay less taxes, why don't we concentrate on the tax rate? We lower, or at least keep flat, the tax rate, we can help homeowners.
yeah.
Property taxes in Texas are pretty high, and that's not a secret. And sometimes that takes a lot of homeowners out of their houses. So I would just encourage people to go to the rate setting process hearings, in their local areas, so they can learn how taxes work.
I agree. No, that's great advice. And then, so the last and final question, what role do you think so what, and we've kind of covered this because we know you, whoops, we know that, just how active the realtor really has been involved right now. Moving forward, do you think there's new opportunities for realtors to be involved in their community, or anything that they could be doing more right now?
Absolutely. One of the things that I'm passionate is TREPAC. TREPAC is Texas Real Estate Political Action Committee, and the reason because everything that their mission is all about is what realtors should be about. We need to promote home ownership because that helps our economy. It helps our family, give us a sense of ownership, right? Also, we need to get involved in the political arena because we do have a voice. We have an influence in our lawmakers, our legislators, and just TREPAC is just promoting homeownership, protecting property rights is so important, especially nowadays. That we see how home ownership have played a big role in these times. And in order to we just protecting property rights is going to help us maintain our sustainable home ownership. That's what I was trying to say.
No, I totally agree. And Brenda, I want to thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And I'm not just saying this because you agreed to come on, but and for those of you that are watching, when I first came to Texas, Brenda was one of the first ladies I met, and I was just blown away with both her professionalism and tenacity. So I am just honored that you even came on, and I think for all of you, Brenda. So thank you for doing
Thank
that.
you. Maybe you're gonna need to have some translations underneath.
Yes, we'll get for the global outreach, everything from Spanish to Swedish, to, and that can be another video we can do. So yeah, we're, really the world is in this together right now. So yes. We will come out of it stronger. So thank you for being on, Brenda.
Thank you so much.